To most of us, that sounds like any car starting. But to Cindy Adachi, it's the sound of freedom and an early Christmas gift.
I'm excited. I can drive again.
That's because for several months, Adachi's been without wheels. You had a car.
And it died. It had an engine problem that's inherent in the cars, so it died.
With a quote to fix her broken vehicle worth more than the car itself, having no wheels meant Adachi wasn't able to drive to the games at the Prairie Baseball Academy and the hockey rink. And that meant the youth teams have been missing out on this. Snapshots from moments of their games. For over 20 years, Adachi has spent countless hours in the dugout, behind the mound, and on the diamond, capturing these moments on the field and the ice from behind her lens.
Individual action shots. She's running from one side of the dugout to the other dugout so she can get right-handed batters and left-handed batters and action shots.
And she does it absolutely free. Jesse Sawyer was one of those young athletes who remembers Adachi snapping moments of his own youth games.
Well, I've kind of grown up with her, and I was as a player and then as a coach, and she's been taking pictures as long as I can remember. And back in the day, when my first year, it makes me feel old now, but you'd finish up your Bulls season or your PBA season and she would hand you a CD with your name on it that was just filled with pictures. So you could go home and you could look through them all and you could get them printed. And I know there's a few at my parents' house in Calgary. Just the amount of work she put into those and like editing them and putting them on a CD for you, it is just incredible. And she is the definition of a volunteer. She does it because she loves it.
Yeah, I do it for free. It's just been something kind of fun. And I have no children, so they're like my kids.
For the big and even the small moments, Adachi has been there capturing memories of a sport that has become such a huge part of these kids' lives. And in turn, she's become a huge part of the youth sports family in Lethbridge. On a Facebook post, one parent writes that Cindy not being present at the games created a huge void. That's why the parents of some of these young athletes set up a GoFundMe page to help her buy a new vehicle. After $700 was raised, they commissioned the help of Lethbridge Collegiate Institute's automotive department, which fixes up older donated vehicles.
And we took some of the money from the GoFundMe and donated it to the automotives program, which would offset the cost. And then we did hold back some of those dollars for Cynthia so she could actually get the registration and insurance just, kind of off the ground and get going.
They were able to, find a safe car and put the last little bit of work into it.
And the keys were presented to Adachi. So, to Cindy Adachi, this car engine is the sound of freedom, but to the young athletes, it's the sound of her camera clicking and the sound of another memory being captured from her lens.
My heart is so full. There are no words to describe this.
For Bridge City News, I'm Jeannette Rocher.